end and a play that can be made. And another name that we just hadn't talked a lot about.
Okay.
And I want to talk about how they address running back and tight end, and they can do it with young fellas via the draft and veteran-type players via free agency. Earlier, we talked about Khalil Herbert and the addition there. Cincinnati went and got him from Chicago for a 7th-round pick. You thought the Broncos could have been on that.
Yeah.
And when I say Khalil Herbert is a target, I don't want it to be like, that's the guy that's going to save the Broncos running back room.
Right.
No, he's like 5th or 6th on the priority list of free agents that you would probably go out there and get. But I almost look at it as a Jaleel McLaughlin, just quick little replacement, plug and play that hopefully plays better and can break that one shoelace tackle and take off down the field rather than hit his hand on the floor in frustration every single time he doesn't break the tackle.
Yeah.
So if I look at this as, all right, they're going to replace Javonte Williams via the draft. Then they're going to place Jaleel McLaughlin via free agency with a guy like Khalil Herbert and insert what running back you want it to be that they fit in the draft. I think that's an upgrade in the running back room.
I think it comes down to how do you feel about the guarantee on the box? Some people really want it. You've got to have it. You need that guarantee on the box. Okay, I get that. Well, that's your veteran back in Khalil Herbert, who's going to be cheap. He's not going to cost a lot for the Broncos to add, and way less than an Aaron Jones or even prove a deal for Nick Chubb is probably going to cost more than Khalil Herbert. And he's a back that can come in and do it all, including being trusted in pass protection.
Really? I like that.
I think that's a main thing. If you're going to get on the field and if you're going to be like a part-time player or part of a competition or part of just a reserve, Khalil Herbert might make the 53 and then not really play if your young guys are showing up and you draft Ashton Genty or whatever the answer is at running back. But you have to have more competition because Jaleel McLaughlin, have we seen the best of Jaleel McLaughlin? Probably.
Yeah, we have.
You know, Khalil Herbert's a guy that has more, John Fox term, skins on the wall in terms of production as a runner and a receiver out of the backfield, and then didn't get used a whole lot last year as a reserve with 2 teams, so that means he's fresh. So a veteran guy that's good in pass protection that doesn't need to come off the field, and he'd be one of those players that it's week 16, your starter's banged up, Khalil Herbert's got to start, and he gets you 90 to 100 yards. Mm-hmm. That's exactly who he is. And that's a value for a team that needs all sorts of help at the running back position.
Dude, he is 2 inches taller and 20 pounds heavier than Jaleel McLaughlin.
Mm-hmm.
When you said he's a good pass blocker, I'm like, man, I remember him being a little fella. And he is, as far as
he's compact.
Size-wise, he's 5'9".
Yeah.
But weighs 212 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's we're talking brick, you know what.
Yep.
That's a solid
and
dude.
He knows how to move. He's got good vision. He can identify where pursuit's coming from. Never going to pull away from anyone with speed, but doesn't waste motion when he runs. Because that's something also, like, if you're not a fast back and then you're sitting there dancing, well, you're not going to do anything. His yards per carry is very healthy over the course of his career. So he's a guy that you can trust and that if you block it for 3, he's going to get you 4. If you block it for 5, he's going to get you 6. He's that sort of back.
I presented you with the options of Khalil Herbert, Zach Ertz as your veteran tight ends.
Okay.
And then you go
guarantee on the box.
Try to get you a Travion Henderson and Colston Loveland in the draft. I'm not confident about Travion Henderson being there when they pick their second pick. Another duo, and you tell me you like it more, like it less, or maybe it's a push. Aaron Jones and Juwan Johnson as your running back tight end veteran presence. Juwan's going to cost you more than Zach Ertz would.
Yeah.
And I think that's a part of the conversation too. But what duo do you like more?
Give me the Ertz duo.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And
that was my first choice too.
We put Juwan Johnson together because of the Saints connection. It actually might not be, and Mace has suggested this on Orange and Blue today. So he's like, I don't know if they like Juwan as much as, we would put the connection together. So I was like, okay, put a pin in that. We'll circle back. We'll see if Juwan is a target or what that price would be. Would he cost more than Zach Ertz? Probably.
Just younger.
Younger, right? More upside, more potential there. But Zach Ertz is more solid right now, so you get the best of both. It's going to be a 2-2 free agency offseason period for the Broncos. You're going to get 2 backs this offseason, at least 2. You're going to get 2 tight ends this offseason. At least 2.
Yep.
And then you're going to have competition in training camp. You know what competition does? It makes the team better. So I like the idea of a stud running back in the draft, a real good free agent. I like the idea of a stud tight end in the draft, and a real good free agent, because then you get the best of both worlds. You've got the guys that can contribute right now immediately because they're experienced veterans, and then you get players with great upside that just need to get up to speed.
Okay. Yeah, Juwan is, I think you pay for what you think Juwan Johnson's ceiling is.
Yeah.
You pay for what Zach Ertz has accomplished and hope that he still can give you that.
Yes. Then the question becomes, what do you think Juwan Johnson's ceiling is? Maybe it's not as high as
Did he reach
you
it
would
already?
want. Right. Did he reach it all the way? We always ask it on this show. Have we seen the best of blank?
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen the best of Kevin Kistner? The answer is no. It's more great stuff coming from Kev.
Yes.
Have we seen the best from Juwan Johnson? Sean Payton might actually say, yeah.
I mean, 50 catches, 548 yards for 3 touchdowns a year ago.
Is he ever going to do more than that? Now, 50 for 348 is not a great average.
548.
548.
Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay. So is he ever really going to be more than a 50-catch, 500-yard guy? Probably not.
Well, I mean, even if the answer is no to that, and I would probably agree with you,
So,
that's
like-
a major upgrade from Adam Troutman and the Broncos.
Shouldn't we be looking for the best, though?
Juwan
know what I mean?
Johnson's numbers, I mean, that's like it's times a million to what it's been over the last couple of years.
It's not great, Bob.
But still, I mean, are you talking 10 million per? More than that? 15 million per?
You can't with the money that's needed to be spent at inside linebacker. You can't be throwing around money willy-nilly
I agree,
at
but
all
I'm
these
saying
other guys.
what's the cost of doing business for a guy like Juwan Johnson? What's his market look like around the NFL?
Yeah, if it's getting double digits, that makes me uncomfortable. Especially because he might have already capped out at 50-catch, 500-yard guy, which is fantastic. It's better than Adam Troutman, but like your standards can be better than that. You know, you can go swing for the fences, if you will. You can go, and that largely comes through the draft, not necessarily through free agency. But again, what's the price tag? What's the cost? If they break the bank on a position this offseason, I think it's inside linebacker. We are less than a week away from legal tampering, which is the dumbest term ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's legal tampering. I know there's regular tampering that happens all the time, but now it's legal.
Why don't they just open the free agency window? What's the difference? You're still going to get talked about.
They want a time thing. They're probably mad that Colin Cowherd's talking about Luka and LeBron's re-energized Luka and because the NFL wants to control the news cycle at all times.
You're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, still, it's going to be open for what, 24 hours or 48 hours? What's the
48?
10? 48.
Yeah.
So it's like Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday.
Then it's on.
Everything that we've discussed for 2 days just becomes official, and we rehash it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's what they want us to do.
Yeah.
And we'll fall right into that trap.
Well, we've heard that DJ Jones is going to stay, and then then it becomes official, and you can actually officially say it. So, yeah. Way to go, NFL.
Yeah. Worked out really, really well.
But how many people want the guarantee on the box? That's what I want to know, because it seems like that's, at least on my timeline, I get a lot of that. You got to get the veteran. You need the veteran. I would roll, honestly, with 2 rookie running backs. If you got O'Marion Hampton because Ashton Genty's gone, all right, and then give me Devin Neal in the 4th, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine. Tight end wise, you get Colston Loveland, and then later on you get Luke Lachey. I'm fine with that as pass catchers.
Well, I wouldn't be screaming at the top of my lungs that they ruined the offseason if they didn't do it this way. But if I'm picking one that I want them to get to and one's a vet, it's tight end. I'm with you on running back.
Okay.
I mean, I know
it's a young man's game.
I know who Sean Payton is too. So he's not going to get the running back involved the rate that you and I want the running back to be involved.
Yeah.
So why lose your mind over something where you know what the coach is going to do? But with tight end, that is a glaring hole on this football team. So is running back. But us, Broncos country, certainly the president of the club, Kevin Kistner, wants to see Bo Nix take the next step. And I'm here to tell you, man, I have a lot of reservations that he does not take the next step without a tight end on this team.
Let me ask you this. Would you not be comfortable and somewhat excited if it was Colston Loveland as your primary pass-catching weapon at the tight end position? Adam Troutman because he's gonna be here.
He'll be on the team, yeah.
Nate Adkins because he's going to be here. He's like the new Adam Troutman. And then Luke Lachey, the Iowa tight end.
A new one when the old one's still here.
The Iowa tight end, Luke Lachey, as a really intriguing, like, upside type. He's essentially taking Lucas Kroll's spot as the best player on this team. I got it in before everyone else did, right?
Yeah.
So would you not be comfortable and even somewhat excited if you could go, okay, Adkins and Trotman, they're going to do their thing, but Colson Loveland's going to be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that exciting? Do they really need the guarantee on the box at tight end?
Well,
your guarantee on the box is Adam Trotman and Nate Adkins are already here.
Yeah, that's not a good guarantee. But it's also, I don't know that Colston Loveland comes in here. And I mean, even Juwan Johnson's numbers of 50 catches, 548 yards.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can rely on Colston to do that as a rookie.
Maybe. You know
what I mean?
That's you're building something there.
Yeah.
You're building that. And I would say positionally, what are you doing? But I think it's interesting. Ramoslaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Do you need the guarantee on the box? By the way, since Spivak was mad at me because I was watching European football yesterday, I also ran across a mini documentary on Chris Farley. Remember, and
his brother did it. Kevin or whatever?
It was a different one.
Oh.
So oh man, don't give her where's the gym speech? You're like, you know where the gym's at?
Yeah,
and that beautiful lady is about ready to skinny dip.
Yeah. I'm familiar with the bit.
He had relations with her. Like they were a thing because David Spade really liked her, but Chris Farley, because he's the man, he started dating her. And he didn't want David Spade, his best friend, to know because it would hurt his feelings. And then he found out, and then it did hurt his feelings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was all up in his feelings.
Okay.
David Spade, run through half of Hollywood now.
He did him and our boy Theo Vaughn just made a movie together.
Really?
Wrote it, paid for it.
Really?
Produced it, shot it, and now it's going to come out at some point. In 2 years from now, I'm assuming.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
That might be a crew trip to the movie theater.
Okay.
No judgments about what I do before we get to the movies, though. To enjoy the process.
Is that a flask?
As long as I get my slushy inside, I'm good.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. All right, Broncos fans, let us know. You need that guarantee on the box. If you are going to double dip at running back and tight end and you could only pick one, tell us